Ready? Good. Okay. List tuple comprehension. This one you need to know. It is a short way to make a long list. It's equivalent to use a for loop. Equivalent to use for loop. If you use for loop, it is slower. It is suggested to use list comprehension because it's faster. Okay? And it's easy to read. Maybe it's easy to read, depending on who read it. Okay? Look at this one. Let's take a look at example. For list comprehension, you have bracket in the front and in the back. Nothing new, right? And inside, you have that generator. We'll talk about it in a little bit more. But this, when you write it like this, we put I multiplied by 2. What is I? So I put it here for I in list 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means I is everything that is in that list 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So then I will be 1, I will be 2, I will be 3, I will be 4. And then I put I multiplied by 2. And I get 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's like a for loop, okay? But for loop in one line. Good? So we believe that if the code is shorter, maybe we have less location for error. Okay. I star 2 for I in range 1, 5. Range 1, 5, what is range 1, 5? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 5, 2? No, 5. Inclusive 1, exclusive 5. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. So I get 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright? So this list comprehension. Question? Yes?
So here just this bracket is
To
the difference.
tell that it's a list. If you
But
put
previously when we just multiplied I by 2, it just doubled the length of the list. I mean, it just repeated the first I that we had in the list for the second time. At the top.
I here, what is I then? Is it an integer or is it a list?
I don't know. Yeah.
I over there is integer. Okay, I over there is integer. So this thing is a shorthand notation for loop. Let me show you the full for loop. You can type for loop for that too. B equal to nothing. Okay, and for I in 1, 2, 3, 4. When you put for loop in Python, you need colon at the end. You need colon at the end to tell that you are going to go into a block. Okay, and the next line you have to indent. If you don't indent, it's wrong. It's done automatically. Ta-da! Get the same thing.
Can,
So, is it the same thing? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.
can you explain that column thing again?
Let's take a look at this one first, okay? Good. For loop. Look at this for loop. First, I put b equal to, is it too small or is large enough to see? Yes. So this is the equivalent for loop. I put b equal to open and close bracket. This means it's empty list. Okay, b is empty list. And I put for I in list 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will go in order. List preserve order, right? So if you set I equal to 1, then I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4. So in VBA, you will do for I equal to 1, 2, 4. But this one, you type for I in and list and member. Okay? So that's the difference between for loop that you use. So I put b append I multiplied by 2. So when I equal to 1, I multiply by 2 is 2, and then put that number into list B. Next step is, so it will read everything that you indent, and if you don't indent, this means it's outside the for loop. Okay? So next time I equal to 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Use append, add 4 into that list. Then B become 2 and 4, right? And so on. If you want to see every step, you use print. See, when I add print B inside the for loop, first, once you append that, B is a list, we have 2, and then B has 2 and 4, and then 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Question?
Yeah, so what does that column thing do?
Oh, colon.
Yeah.
It's a syntax. Tell that whatever come after this is inside the for loop. If you indent. If you have to indent. If you don't indent, this means the print statement is not in the for loop. Okay, if you indent, then that print statement is in the for loop. Okay? Question? Yes.
So now you just put you just define B for Python before just doing anything like.
Yeah, I say B is empty list.
So what if
If you don't have that, you cannot do .append. .append is a method for list object.
So what if we just, instead of I, we just put that 1, 2, 3, 4 to that bracket for B and want to just multiply it by 2? You know what I mean?
Instead of I, you want?
So instead of just defining that B, we have I, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. We just multiply the member of that I, the elements of that I by 2.
Can you come in time? I don't understand. Okay. What do we want?
So let's see, let's say just, I don't want it.
Okay.
So I have just this, and I want these 4 elements to get multiplied by 2 and get printed here.
Ah, okay. You can do that, no problem. Is that what we like? Or you want it on the same line?
Yeah, the same line, but like, what is confusing to me is like before you just showed us you were like 3 star C star 3. It repeated the elements of C 3 times. What is the difference between these two? We are using
Okay. When I say, so right now my B is that, right? B multiplied by 2 is concatenation. But if I put I in the list, I is not the list. I is the member of the list. See the difference? First iteration, I equal to 1. I is not the list. So if the whole list multiplied by 2, then it make the length double, right? But I is not a list. I is just an integer. When an integer multiplied by 2, like 1 multiplied by 2, we get in another integer, which is 2. Joe, you sleep again. You just relax. Or
Do we use the dots multiply to have double value?
dot.
Dot multiply b dot multiply by 2.
I don't know that. You may ask me later. We may use more later, but right now, let's
Do they have
dot multiply.
Yeah. Do Python have dot multiply?
Are you talking about matrix?
Yes.
Yes,
But list
it has.
But list can we
List
do
is,
it? Can we do it for list?
I put dot, I put tab.
Multiply.
So when I put dot and I press tab, it shows me what is the method that makes sense to Python. I have append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, pop, remove, reverse, sort, no multiply.
Try
It doesn't work. It doesn't show up here.
try multiply? I mean the
Static.
star.
Oh, yeah.
The star.
Oh, that.
Dot star. Dot star.
Dot.
Dot star? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the same in math.
Dot plus two.
What?
Two.
Dot star 2?
Yeah.
Like this?
Oh my god. It's
It's bad.
Because it's not the
You have to use NumPy, which we are not there yet.
uh,
NumPy, do magic multiplication quickly, okay? We are not there yet. We'll be there soon. So list comprehension, when I put I in that list, I is not the whole list. It's just one member inside the list. So first iteration I equal to 1, second iteration I equal to 2, and then it put all the number and it make that list. Try more at home. And if you get confused, don't come to see me yet. Okay? Read Python documentation. Okay? I for I in range 0, 20 if I percent 3 not equal to 0. What does it mean? Now I mix for and if together. So I want B is the number from 0 to 19, but under the condition that when it mod with 3, it doesn't have any remainder. Okay,
36.
so not equal. When it's mod with 3, it have some remainder, not equal to 0. Okay, so the remainder must be something other than 0. So 0 mod 3, the remainder is 0, so we don't like that. So we have 1, 2, and we skip 3. We have 4, 5, we skip 6, 7, 8, skip 9, 10, 11, skip 12, and so on. Okay? So that's how we mix it together. It's impossible for you to learn everything. You have to try more at home, okay? Star. For that in range, if I cube less than 300. So it keep doing it, but it stops when I cube become equal to 300 or more than 300. Okay? So this is the condition for I. Good. You should be able to write the equivalent full for loop with this, which I don't show you yet, but you should. Because everything that you have list comprehension, you can write for loop for it. Right? You can write the whole for loop with if statement, and you should try. Okay? You got my point? You can write two methods, for loop with if statement or just list comprehension. List comprehension is a Pythonic way to do this because it's fast. And we will show you later how fast. Okay, name list is equal to serial name. And I put B equal to I for I in name list if length I greater than 4. What is I? I is a member of name list. I can be Elise, I can be Bob, I can be Christopher. But we put it into our list only for the case that that string has a length more than 4. So Bob is a 3 character. We don't like Bob. We don't put Bob in. Alice is 5, so Alice is fine. Emma is just 4 character. We don't like Emma. Okay. So we put at the end you have that. Good? Try more at home. Okay, I have list and have ID list. 12, 15, 6 minus 32, 17. Okay. And I try to make tuple. Tuple take 1 argument. Okay. So I wrap it. Oh, okay. I think this tuple of tuple. Look at this one. I don't explain this yet, but I can tell you that right now I have tuple that contain tuple. So I have a list 12, a list 15, a list 6, a list minus 32, blah 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 to the end. Okay. Let's see how we create tuple of tuple. Okay. So I have ID is a list. Name is a list. I try to match a list with each of this ID. Okay. So I should have a list 12, a list 15, a list 6, a list minus 32, a list 17, which I have from here, right? So to do that, I do tuple. So to make everything become tuple, if you want list, you can, instead of the word tuple, you can use bracket around it. Okay? And I put I, J with parentheses. Okay? Which is tuple, right? For I in name list, no comma, okay? For J in ID list. So this is make nested for loop. For every I that is in name list, like for example, I equal to a list, then you have J equal to each of them in ID list. So it is a nested for loop. Okay? And then you said, hey, this is not list comprehension, it's tuple comprehension. We just use the word tuple around it. So this, you should be able to create this in a nested for loop fashion. That's x1. Look about x2. You can, but if you don't want every possible pair, you just want one by one. You want Alice with 12, Bob with 15, Chris with 6, Emma with minus 32. You don't want every pair. What do? We zip it together. Zip doesn't do anything, it's just like combine them together. Okay? If you zip it together, then you can call it like this. You can say, okay, ij in zip name list, comma ID list. So this means when the index run, it runs both at the same time. It's like I and j equal to the first member in the zip, and then I and j equal to the second member in the list, in the zip. I and j equal to the third member in the zip. So by doing this, you have just 4. You have at least 12, Bob 15, Christopher 6, Emma minus 4. Zip itself do what? You want to see? Okay, A1 equal to A, B, C, C. A2 equal to 1, 2, 3. Zip A1, A2. I didn't get anything. I get just that. I don't know what that is, okay? So this means it doesn't execute. It's lazy. It doesn't do anything, okay? But here I do list of that. Hopefully it shows something. So even though it's lazy, but when I want it to work, I put list parentheses. That's it. It shows me the list of tuple. So when you have for I comma j equal to zip, for I comma j in zip of something. So this is equivalent to ij is this one, and then ij become this one, and then ij become that one. And then I is the first element, j is the second element. Good? Try more at home. What is inside the list comprehension? I'm talking about this line. What is that line? By itself is not a list, but it is a generator. Generator evaluated lazily, one by one. Lazy evaluation is good, actually. To be lazy is a little bit good. So you don't do the whole task at once. You do just whenever you are asked to do it. Whenever we ask them to do it, they just do it, just one. Okay? And generator can be used, I think it's only once. Once you finish the generator, you cannot use it again, I think. Look at this. I put parentheses, cover that. ij, everything look the same, and put parentheses, cover it. I don't tell that it's tuple. Python said it's a generator object. Okay, generator object. That thing again, I put parentheses, cover it. It said it's generator object. It is generator. Generator doesn't do anything. Okay, there's a list, there's a tuple of that thing, then you get this as before, right? This same as before. Okay, this one show you how to do it in a for loop. This way of doing it is not Pythonic way, and it's slower. Okay, use list or tuple comprehension. That's a Pythonic way. Okay, try to do that. So I have nested for loop. Z equal to tuple of nothing. Tuple is even though it's immutable, but it support concatenation. Okay, I have Z plus tuple. Actually, you don't need to write this, and then you can add them together. Nested for loop. Okay, you may understand it right now, but you may not really appreciate it, or it doesn't go into your brain yet until you try it. Okay. Y equal z, z equal y. If you want to ask if they are exactly the same or not, use two equal sign. If you use just one, it's an assignment. Okay. So z we created by nested for loop. Y we use tuple comprehension, and it said the same. It's true. Okay. Next one, I show you how to get the memory that it uses. So you have to pip install memory profiler first that we talked about last lecture. Then you can do this. Percent, when you have percent in the front, it's not mod. Okay, it's calling magic function. Work just in Jupyter Notebook or IPython Notebook. Okay, so you're calling magic function load ext memory profiler. So now you can use memory profiler. It's just a syntax. Okay, I define the function def fn open and close parentheses and colon. Colon over there said whatever follow that will be in that block. Okay, and def fn1 is equivalent to function in VBA. Okay, so this function doesn't return anything, it doesn't have return statement, and it doesn't take any argument. It just do some calculation y equal to tuple of that thing. That is like what? Tuple comprehension. Okay, create a tuple with just one line without nested for loop. Okay, first let's take a look. How long does it take? I use percent time it dash n 5 fn1. So basically it called function fn1 5 times. And it said base of 3 is 3 point something microsecond. Okay, per loop. If I use time it, but I want to get the result, I use minus dash O. So this way, it do the same thing, but it get the output to result 1. Okay, so result 1, like the output of time it function. Time it function is used to time how long does it take to run that line. Okay, that's the time it function. No question, no question. Okay, question, yes.
So what is the standard memory profile? What does it do?
We haven't used it yet. We are about to use it here. Okay, that line doesn't do anything yet because we just load it into the system, but we didn't call it yet. So mem it minus r or dash r 5. If you want to know what is mem it, what is anything, there's no one can memorize all that. What you do is you press tab. See what I'm saying? Press tab.
anything yet.
Either. So this time you may have to, oh, not tap, shift tap. I'm sorry, shift tap. When you this, I just do shift, hold shift, and press tab. I get something pop up. I click hash sign over here. I get all the description. So if you want to know about something, shift tab after you write it, and then you do tell, okay, what exactly is minus r, dash r, dash c, dash o, dash q. What is the example? Shift tab. So I want to know about memory thing. I minus r, you will find out what is that, okay? It tell, okay, peak memory is that much increment of something, something, something. So this doesn't matter much when you do just small thing. But when you do big thing and you want to know exactly how much memory that it use, you do this, okay? And when you want to know exactly what is this about, you read the documentation. You may notice that I didn't really teach you how to do this. You have to read the documentation, okay? This kind of introduction. Okay, let's create another function, f2, fn2. I put nested for loop. Okay, it's a way to create a tuple, but this time I don't use tuple comprehension. And I want to know how long it takes. It said 20 microseconds. If I use nested for loop, it's 20 microseconds, and this is like memory thing that it uses. Okay, and then I try to print colon 1f dot format result something, or it doesn't show what I actually type. Okay. But basically, I try to find out, okay, result 2 divided by result 1. If you tell like how many times faster. If you use list comprehension or tuple comprehension is 1.8 times faster. Okay, it's faster than nested for loop. Good, but it's may not that much faster. Okay, string type, text sequence. A equal to Python, A0, A3, A slicing, it's the same. Multiply by 3, repeat it 3 times. Print A come out. Okay? When you print, you cannot print everything. That's something that you cannot print. You have to escape. Use escape character. Correct this one. Add one more backslash. If you want to print backslash, you use backslash backslash. If you want to print single quotation mark, you can use backslash quotation mark, or you use single quotation mark in double quotation mark. Okay. Those are not important, okay? The frequent one that we use is backslash n, backslash t. The rest, you may not know, it's okay, but you can read it anyway. So backslash t is tab, backslash n is new line, okay? All right, another trick is raw string. If you put r in front of this string, this whole thing is string, right? And you want to know what is A, it will show the raw string. Okay, so for example, I put backslash here, backslash, it actually is slash slash. Okay, I put backslash n here, it doesn't go to the new line. You may not understand fully until you try it, okay? Go try it, you have the notebook. If I print A is a raw string. The good thing is it prints as is. See what I'm saying? It doesn't do any escape. Even though I put backslash n, it doesn't do new line. Even though I put backslash t, it doesn't do tab. Okay, it doesn't do escape. That is for the case of raw string. Here I put regular string, no R. Over there is no R. Whenever you print A, is interpret. So just backslash, it doesn't know what it is. Quotation mark, single quotation mark, double quotation mark, okay, it can print. 2 backslash is an escape for backslash, so it's been backslash. Backslash n is a new line, so it go to the new line. Backslash t is a tab, so it has that tab. Wow. not round. Okay. Now you kind of have some feeling about raw and the actual string. Question.
What was that R for?
Raw. Raw mean when you print it, it print as is. Try more. Okay, look at this one. A equal to nothing. Open and close double quotation mark. But at least we know that A is string, which contain nothing. A is nothing, but it's string. I use nested for loop. I have for I in range 1 to 11, so it's inclusive 1, exclusive 11, so this means from 1 to 10, right? And I have another 1 to 10 for J. And I have A equal to A plus over there is concatenation. If you don't tell that this string, it doesn't know how to use plus, okay? If you have plus, that is concatenation, plus str, whatever that is. So that is 1 to 10, right? So it changed from number to string. If you put str, open parentheses, and you put something inside, so that's changed number to string. It's a number too, but it's string format. Then you concatenate together. And you concatenate with one space. Even though you see as nothing, actually there is one space, okay? And then this is a for loop. For loop for J n here. So this means it print. It doesn't do anything printing, okay? It's just adding A together, Once it do 10 times, then it add with backslash n. Okay? So then I print A, I get this. Okay? But it doesn't look good. It's not on the same location, right? It's not quite aligned to anything. Let's use format. Dot format. Dot format is a method for string. String, any string you can put dot format. Okay. And we have parameter in curly braces. Okay. We have D, F, G, E, and let's see how we use it. Typically, you use just F or D, or maybe E. Okay. There are many more parameters, but that's not what you frequently use. Let's take a look at it. To use dot format, you have to have string. We have string, and we have to follow the syntax. The syntax says anything that goes inside this curly braces is going to be set by a certain format. So if I use colon 4D, colon 4D, D is what? Integer, decimal, right? So this means it will put whatever we put in here as an integer, and we put over there. 4 is total space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So look at this. Between two numbers, there are two spaces, and before the front, there are another two spaces. Okay, so the whole printing area has 4 spaces. Okay, what happens if it exceeds that 4 space? You try. But I give you one example. Look at this one. I put n, comma, n equal to open and close. Look at this one carefully. This means when we print, automatically Python put backslash n at the end. So whenever we print, it goes to the new line, it goes to the new line, it goes to the new line. If we don't want it to go to the new line, we said comma n equal to nothing. So it doesn't do anything, it doesn't go to the new line, right? Then I can print 4 digits at a time, add them together, like 4 space. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once I print one line, I have backslash n. So this is backslash n to separate 2 lines. This time, the number align the same location. Okay? Alright. Look at pi value. And this is colon. Now I don't just have colon, I have something before colon. What do we do? I have 0, colon, 20D, backslash t 1 colon greater than 20s. Okay, so this means the first group is the first index. Okay, the second group is the second index. That's why we have 0 and 1. Okay, if you put 1 and 0, what happens? You try by yourself. Okay, so backslash t means you put a tab, one space between them. So print A is this line. Okay, 20d means the whole field has 20 space. Okay, and then you have a tab and then 20 space and then pi value, not pi value, just pi. This S is string. Okay, I don't know for sure about this symbol that I put. Okay, but basically this is to format the string. So location 1 is for string with the whole field of 20 digit, kind of 20 digit. G, so right now I put A and B. So A go into the first curly braces. B go to the second curly braces, right? A is that number, B is pi, but when I put it as float and as G. Where's G? G is I think general format or something. Is it? General format, yes, that's for G. So I get, that's what I get. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
When I put dot 14, it have 14 digits after the dot. You try more at home, let's move on. Let's finish this so that you do homework. Extracting information from string. A go to list something. A little bit long. If I use a dot split, it's split by space. Everything that is separated by space is considered as one member. One member, two member, three member. So this we kind of making the list. You see, bracket, and we split this thing based on the space. But we have colon. You don't want colon. We have comma. You may not want comma. We can say, hey, I don't want to split it based on space. I want to split it based on comma. So you say a dot split parenthesis separator, the one that you use separate, equal to comma. That comma is string. Okay, it's closed by quotation mark. Then this time when you split it, it's split by comma. Every time that you see comma, it's split. You want to split by colon, you put colon inside. Okay. Wow, now, what if you want to do split by more than 1 delimiter? We want to split by comma, we want to split by colon. What do? We import the regular expression, import RE. Before you use it, import RE. And then that's a regular expression, RE dot split. And inside you tell, okay, how do we split? And you tell what do we split. We are going to split A. Look at that vertical line. We call it pipe. It used like like the OR expression. So it's split by comma or is this and or either comma or colon. So when you do that, whenever you see comma, it's split. Whenever you see colon, it's also split. Okay, and then you can do what's that? Colon 2. That is slicing of the result. The result look like that, right? And you want to slice by, you take everything from anywhere and end at anywhere, but at the step of 2. At step of 2, you mean we take that one, jump by one, and take that one, jump by one, and take that one, right? So you get just the name. So that's how we extract information. See you next time. More questions come after class. Thank you. Please stop. Bye-bye. Question, right?